Problem number 2 indicates that an equation is shown. So here's the equation, a minus b equals c, where b is any number that's less than 0 and c is also any number that's less than 0. We are told to place the 2 points, these 2 points a and c, on this number line to show possible locations for a and c. Anytime you see a problem, you should always think about, what do I know first? What are they giving me? What do I already know? You already know that b has to be a number that's less than 0. You also already know that c has to be a number less than 0. You know that a minus b equals c, and if you look over here at the number line, you can actually figure out what b is already. So here's 0. I'd like you to think about, is b going to be a positive number, or is b going to be a negative number? And you probably already know that b is obviously going to be a negative number because negative numbers are to the left of 0 on a number line. So let's find out what b actually is. 0, this is -1, -2, -3, -4. If we assume that each of these is worth 1, each hash mark is worth 1, then this would be at -4. So if we know that b is -4, we can put -4 into this equation for b. So I'm going to rewrite this entire equation down here, a minus b equals c. We said that b equals -4. So we'll bring a down, can't do anything with that, bring the subtraction sign down, but b equals, as we said, -4. So we'll substitute -4 in for b, bring your equal sign down, bring c straight down as well. So now we need to think, okay, what else do I know? I know that b is less than 0. b is less than 0, right? b is less than 0, b is -4. But also c is also a number that's less than 0. So let's think of any number that c could be as long as it's less than 0. Let's go, for simplicity's sake, with just -1. What if we say c is -1? We bring the equal sign down, and we bring everything else straight down as well. Bring the -4 straight down, bring the minus sign straight down, and bring a straight down. Well, now if we look at our equation, we actually have a very simple equation that we can just simplify. We bring the a down. Anytime you're subtracting a negative number, you're really adding that number, right? You're taking the opposite of a negative number, and the opposite of a -4 is a +4. You bring your equal sign straight down and bring -1 straight down. Now we're trying to solve for a, so we need to do something to both sides of this equation in order to get a by itself. Therefore, as you know, we should subtract 4 from both sides, bring a straight down, bring the equal sign down, and then -1 minus 4 gives us -5. So, if we know that b is -4, that's right here, we know that a equals -5. We would click a, and we'd bring a on our computer up to -5. So we'd go -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. We'd put a right here because a is equal to -5. Sorry, that's supposed to be an a, not a -5. So there's a. And then what is c? Where do we put c? Well, we said c is -1, right? So we bring c, we click c, and we bring it up to -1. And that is one possible answer choice. But what if we want to do it a different way, right? Maybe we want to do with this problem a completely different way, or with completely different numbers rather. We'll still have a minus b equals c, and we still know that b equals -4, right? A minus, we said b was a -4, and that should equal whatever c is. But we don't have to use -1 for c. c just has to be any number that's less than 0. You can use any number you want as long as it's less than 0. So let's use maybe -3. -3. If c is -3, we can solve from here. Let's solve for a. We have to simplify first. A, bring a straight down. When you're subtracting a negative, it's really like adding, right? You're taking the opposite of a negative. You're adding 4, bring the equal sign straight down, bring the -3 straight down. Now we're solving for a. You should subtract 4 from both sides. A equals -3 minus 4 is -7. So b is still -4. b is still -4. we said C could be -3 because that's less than 0. So you'd bring C up to -3, 1, 2, 3. This could be C. And we said A is -7 when all of those other things are true. So you'd bring A up to -1, -2, -3, 4, 5, 6, and -7 would be right here. This is another possible answer choice. There are many answer choices, but that's one more.